Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on exploring awareness of breathing through deep touch pressure. My name is Annkatrin Jung, and my co-authors are Miquel Alfaras, Pavel Karpashevich, William Primett, and Kristina Höök. Our paper presents insights from a series of first-person material explorations of deep pressure feedback coupled with breathing. We used shape-changing elements that apply pressure to different locations of the torso, leading us to explore new possibilities for interactions involving touch and breathing. We uncovered potential for a number of novel aesthetic design qualities. They explore the use of symmetry, different placements of pressure on the body, and synchronicity with breathing, ultimately creating an intimate relationship between the system and the user, which we call a breathing correspondence. These qualities are not meant to provide universal design guidelines, but rather to open up a novel design space around the use of shape-changing interfaces to spur appreciation and awareness of breathing, through the felt bodily experience of deep pressure. The starting point in our design work was deep touch pressure, which is used in therapy to treat sensory processing difficulties and anxiety by applying firm pressure to the body. We saw an opportunity to place shape-changing elements on different body parts to achieve deep pressure. We asked how shape-changing deep pressure can be coupled with breathing, and how this might impact our subjective bodily experience and breathing awareness when combined with a regular intentional breathing practice over a longer period of time. To explore these questions, we engaged in different kinds of embodied interactions with shape-changing pressure feedback and breathing exercises, following a soma-based autobiographical design approach. We used a breathing sensor as well as inflatable pillows in different shapes and sizes to provide shape-changing pressure on the body. We also used the soma design method of defamiliarizing habitual movements, making them strange, to deconstruct them and draw attention towards subtle sensations. Through this explorative design process, we uncovered a number of novel experiential qualities that bring out the aesthetic potential of our interactions. Please see our paper for more examples and a deeper discussion on each of these 4 qualities. The first quality relates to applying pressure equally on the left and right side of the torso versus with different actuation patterns on either side of the torso. The symmetrical pressure helped me to feel more grounded in my body and my environment, more calm and centered in myself. This is opposed to asymmetrical pressure, which was often distracting or uncomfortable. However, it also helped us to become more aware of how we experienced a specific body part, showing potential to deconstruct the experience and sharpen our bodily awareness. The second quality emerged when we applied pressure to different muscles and bone structures involved in breathing. We found that it was able to support certain ways of breathing by reinforcing the respective movements. I was experiencing my breathing more intensely throughout the day, leading me to take deeper breaths than before and use my stomach and chest more deliberately and distinctly while breathing. These experiences suggest the potential for pressure feedback to stimulate engagement with certain muscles, and in this way support learning different breathing techniques. The third quality relates to inflating and deflating the shape-changing elements in accordance with, or out of sync with the user's breathing rhythm. The synchronous feedback allowed me to appreciate my body and its ability to breathe steadily. I felt like the pads were in charge of my breathing, and I could let myself surrender my control over my breathing to them. The asynchronous feedback often felt uncomfortable or unnatural, and challenged or even pressured us to breathe very deliberately, drawing our attention to the mechanics of breathing and re-evaluating the pad's connection to our breathing. This shows a potential for asynchronous breathing feedback to create deeper forms of interaction by disrupting the habitual way of breathing. The last quality explores the balance point between the system leading or following the user's breathing, guiding them to take deeper breath while reflecting the changes in their breathing rhythm. Over time, a dialogue emerged between the user and the system. The pressure served as a constant reminder to attend to my breath. It allowed me to become more aware of unintentional changes and try to make sense of them. This suggests how the boundaries between the user and the system can dissolve to create a more evocative communication, in short, a breathing correspondence. In summary, our paper describes our accounts of a first-person engagement with deep pressure and breathing. We suggest how pressure-based feedback can be used to cultivate breathing awareness, appreciation, controllability, and deconstruction. By invoking unusual and uncomfortable experiences, we can stimulate new perspectives, ultimately leading to an intimate breathing correspondence between the system and the user. We hope that our work can inspire the CHI community by suggesting new paths for further research and designing pressure-based interactions to cultivate a richer breathing experience. I would like to thank my co-authors, everyone who helped or participated in our design work, and everyone involved in the CHI submission process. Thank you for your time.